Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today we're going to start building the Botanical Gardens. This is in my opinion, a really cool set. I love the greenery. There's a lot to love about it. Anyways, we'll get into that as we build it. This is set number 21353. There are quite a few pieces, 3,792 pieces. And I believe there's 12 minifigures of this one. Might be 11, I can't remember. But I can tell you this, we're in a rush to get this done. And the reason why is that I'll be around today, Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday I leave. I'll be gone for the rest of the week. And then I start my job the next week. So we got to get this done in that time, or else it's going to be a long time before we can finish it. All right. Let's bring John and Greg. How you guys doing?
Oh, good. Hi, Greg. I'm glad I'm not alone.
Oh, man. So how you guys been the last couple days?
Great.
Nothing much. One more day.
That's for sure.
Yeah, tomorrow's the inauguration, isn't it?
I didn't think we were allowed to say it.
Oh, well, I really don't care. I mean, I just don't. The only thing I care about is I don't want to alienate people that have different views. So, yeah, but it's cool. I mean, you know, inauguration of a president's a big deal, no matter who it is. So, but yeah, man. So, what have you guys done the last couple of days?
I texted Rue's breeder, potential new dog breeder.
Okay.
One that he referred me to. So I'm just waiting for a response back. We'll see. The neighborhood is in shock.
So we got a guy with the leaf blower here.
I just went to work and went to work. Came home.
Okay. Well, as always, my life is not my life unless it's chaotic. So,
what now?
Oh, I mean, nothing like new. It's just, you know, with the show and everything else. I was actually supposed to be down in Salt Lake again today because today's the family dinner. But I have to be honest, after driving 400 miles yesterday, I was not interested in going to the family dinner. So I did not.
You should go on that trucker's website. You'd recognize all that scenery. Yeah.
So what part of I-80 is he on right now? Or she?
I don't know, but he's facing a huge mountain.
Well, okay. So there is this cool thing on I-80. It's in Utah, but it's just inside of Utah on the Wyoming border. It's called Devil's Slide.
I was off today, Mrs. Chip. Went to work all this week.
Let's see.
Yeah, tomorrow's a regular day for me. I don't have anything special, which is good because I still need to keep active.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking up something for you guys.
Tomorrow and Tuesday is going to get bad.
Why is that?
It's going to get snowy and very cold.
So let me show you guys one of my favorite things I was talking about just a minute ago. Along I-80, this is one of my favorite things to look at. It's kind of hard to see. It's on private property, so you can't actually, like, there's a place across the road where you can kind of see it, but it's on private property, so you can't like go up to it. That's a natural formation right there of limestone.
Limestone.
And that's right there on I-80. Like,
I'm tired.
That's one of my favorite things to look at. Also, anyway, I've been all up and down these roads in this area. So I went to the train show with my dad. That was right on the border of Utah and Arizona.
Is it near St. George?
Yes, it actually is pretty close to St. George. About So I-15 goes southwest, and St. George is right on the border there. And then about an hour before you hit St. George, there's a highway that almost goes straight south. So they're really not that far apart, maybe about an hour apart from each other, but they're both on the border of the states. But because one highway goes that way, one goes straight, they're about an hour apart from each other. But I've been to both. My grandparents used to have a second home in St. George. That's where they went for the winter. Now, doing this this right here, this Mills plate that I built, I had to go outside, and I got to admit, I was a little afraid to go outside because it was -5 degrees last night.
That's not cool. Just kidding.
Well, I felt so bad I let some of the outdoor cats in last night.
That's it. You own them now.
It's gonna get snowy here Tuesday.
Now, how often? I mean, I know it's not very often. But when's the last time you've seen snow there, Greg?
About 2 years.
Okay. Yeah, we've got snow on the ground here. We've had snow on the ground here for a while. It looked like it snowed a little bit while I was gone. Not much, maybe about an inch, maybe an inch and a half.
We're gonna get 6 inches of it.
Oh, dang. Do they cancel stuff when it snows there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it goes to mass hysteria.
Well, I don't think Idaho knows how to shut down because whenever it snows, man, everything's just still open. They don't care.
Our infrastructure's not built for snow.
Okay. Oh boy. Well, let's see. You guys want to see some pictures from the show?
Sure.
Let's do that. Let's I posted them on Facebook. All right, let's put that large. Okay. So just a little guy set up there. I don't know what he was really doing. There's a setup across from us. This was N scale. There. And there's my dad. You guys know what a time saver is?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh no, timeshare or time saver?
Time saver.
Then no, I don't know what that is.
It's a train puzzle. And I wished I would have got a better shot of this, but okay, so there's a switch with another switch. So there ends up being 3 tracks on the end. And you see these cards right here? Those are pictures of box cars. And what you do is you pick 3 random cards, and that is exactly how you have to line up the track, line it up over here on the track, on the end. That's the puzzle. And it gets kids interested because, you know, if you think about it, everywhere in the show, there's signs saying, don't touch, don't touch. And then we have this one place where the kids can actually control the trains. The kids kind of, I didn't get a good picture of it, but right in front of the kid is a little switch to move the train, and then another switch to move the switches there.
My favorite part of railroading was the engine yard or the train yard.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of like that, and you know, kids get to be kids, and when they're done, if they solve it, my dad gives them a little piece of candy, and he calls it their engineer's pay.
I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Well, actually, that's funny you say that because one of the box cars on here is a Toys R Us box car. But I didn't get a good picture of it. And yeah, here they were building trees, that kind of stuff. Pretty good layout there. I don't think that's HO scale. I think that's the next scale up. I think it's G, if I remember right.
No, that's O scale.
O scale. Okay. Oh, all right.
Or lino. I can tell by the size and the scale of the cars.
Yeah, that is Lionel. I remember because the guys thought they were. How do I say this? They thought they were way cool because they had all Lionel. Anyway, and just a random vendor. I don't know what the heck they're selling, plates and all that stuff. Anyway, there's some good stuff here. It was a really decent show. That's I think that's the G scale right there, the large right there.
Yeah, standard gauge.
Yeah,
from the 30s and 40s.
And if I get out of here, it was funny because I posted on Facebook, and then this guy right here, Kevin Anderson, who was there, he took a few more pictures because I forgot there was actually 2 buildings that were doing the thing and hosting the show, and I didn't only went in the first building.
That looks cool.
Let's see if I can grab the rest of his. Yeah, there he's got some more pictures here. And I think that looks pretty cool. Let's see. Where's some more here? Yeah, this is the gymnasium. He got pictures and I didn't. And this right here, they call it the Fremo modular. I have no idea what that means. But anyways, it was a good show. Lots to do, and I don't know. It was good. And for those who are watching, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Anytime you guys hit that like button. Did you see my update, Greg, on the Avengers Tower?
It's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun putting that one together.
But I bet it was a pain too.
Well, yeah, because Enzo sat his butt on it, but well, I enjoyed it, Miss Chip, mainly because I got to spend time with my dad. And you know, it kind of hurts to see my dad age the way he is. You know, he had a few senior moments while he was there, and you know, I'm glad I was there because had I not been there, those senior moments could have been kind of tragic. Like when we stopped for gas one time, he forgot to turn off his car while he was trying to fuel. And when I noticed what he was doing, I leaned over and killed the car.
You shot the car?
No, I turned it off because my dad was fueling his car and he left it running. So yeah, you know, it's sad to see your parents age like that, but they will.
Oh, a set got revealed that Mrs. Chip would like.
Oh, which one's that?
The Twilight House.
Oh, is it on Lego.com yet?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull that up. Oh yeah, I do like that. Holy crap, that's nice. Let's get that on there.
Oh, wow.
I like it. I like the red pickup.
What do you think? What do you think, Miss Chip?
Whether she likes it or not, I'm buying it. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Let's see what else is for new coming up because man, Lego. It's really hard because Lego is always coming up with something new.
Probably on montage.
Oh come on, stop it. Oh whatever, this stinking thing. It doesn't want to. All right, we'll just put coming soon. There we go. I don't really care about that.
Looks like one of your former roosters, anyways.
Yeah, well, I've actually been thinking about that. I'm really glad my chickens are gone, man. They weren't producing anything. They were just costing me money. So
They're called hay burners.
what's that?
Hay burners. They just eat food, not do anything.
Well, I found them a good home. They're likely not alive anymore, but it was a good home nonetheless.
Also, they did get slaughtered.
You can't have slaughter without some laughter, huh?
No. So we've got Red Panda. We've got Eeyore here. Well, my granddaughter will love this, Mickey Mouse. I don't really care. The Fast and Furious, I don't really care for that. Sorry. There's actually
Which one? I only like the first two movies.
Yeah, isn't there Fast and Furious like 98? Anyways,
I lost track after the second.
Okay, well, there's not much else here. So, the Trial Chamber Minecraft. Well, I know Spencer would like that. No, we've got some new stuff coming out. I mean, Lego does, so we'll see about that.
I hope you do the Enterprise.
I am planning on it. In fact, I was doing my budgeting last night based off my new job, and it was looking pretty good. Speaking of budget, what's that?
Good for you.
I can't. I didn't understand you. I'm sorry.
I said good for you.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
I'm just gonna wait out this March wave of speed champions to go into the summer wave.
Well, Mrs. Chip is saying that she wants the Brickhead, the Eeyore one.
End of the month, I could afford the New Jersey.
Well, I can tell you this much: what Mrs. Chip wants, she usually gets. So, she's probably going to end up with Eeyore. I can say that. And John and I were talking. Well, actually, I'm going to go back to that. Before that, I did some budgeting, guys, and it looks like in the coming year, I should be able to, or this year, I should be able to afford to finish insulation in one wall and the electrical. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything more than that. I wish I could, but I'm budgeting for parts and that kind of stuff, and it just looks like that's about all I can do there. But I do plan on getting a ton of the new sets, especially the Death Star, the $1,000 one that's coming out in. They're rumoring Black Friday. I am definitely planning on getting that one. And John mentioned the Enterprise, Star Trek. I am planning on getting that one too. I know that will be a complete hit. So,
I wonder if they'll do Star Trek dioramas or maybe scale ships.
well, isn't it true that the person with the red shirt's always killed? So if they do a diorama,
not in this series.
I'm just kidding, because that used to be one of the jokes in high school was that if you had an episode with this person, who's going to die?
You would have to go back to Captain Kirk's time.
Yeah.
Part of the shirts are gold.
What's your favorite, Deep Space Nine or Voyager?
Deep Space Nine. I don't care for Voyager.
What'd you say?
I don't like Voyager.
Oh, I put the wrong piece.
Right now, I'm doing an Enterprise rewalk.
Well, Also exciting, guys, is the fact that the Lego Bricklink designer series, it's supposed to be coming out real soon. In fact, they're saying it's supposed to ship in February, and I ordered all of them. So let me see if I can pull that up. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't like to pull up those because it won't take you to. It'll just say error out when you. Yeah, here. Let me manage my order.
I want a Trump ball set.
All right. Oh, wait. How come it says waiting on stock? I have Santa's post office. Yeah, that shipped. Everything shipped. So why does it say that? I don't know. Let me see if I could find oh, there it is. Let's try this one. And let's go to present. So I am waiting on these ones here. Oh, there's my address. Nice. Okay, well, anyway, we have the Art of Chocolate. We've got the Harbor Master office, the Forest Stronghold, the Lost City, and the Camping Adventure. So there you have it.
Looks like you're going to be having fun for a while.
Yeah, they're saying it's supposed to ship next month, so I'm hoping that it'll get here. And when it does, I will definitely build those on screen. The only problem is my time for live streams is going to have to change because, well, it'll be around the same hours. You know, I was talking to one of my dad's friends at the train meeting, and that person was asking me, well, are you excited to start at the IRS? And he kind of said it in a, how do I say it? What's the right word?
Sarcastic.
Yeah, in a sarcastic way. And, you know, I could answer that question. Honestly, I am looking forward to working there. You know, it's weird because you think you wouldn't miss work. I actually do miss working.
So do I.
Plus the fact I don't like being broke. So,
I finally paid off 2 charge cards. The end of the month, it'll be completely done.
Oh man, one of these plates is cracked.
And I have to start buying puppy stuff again now.
Well, I admit, John, I gotta pay off my charge card. I leaned on it pretty heavily during this time of being out of work. So
It wasn't my fault. It was the damn medicine. I keep blaming myself for that too.
well, I think that's a good cause, John. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, but it's still a good cause.
Yeah, until the doctor said, you're not supposed to be on this drug. I'm like, okay, great. Why didn't you tell me last year? Would have saved me $7,000.
During my payday, I'm planning to get a copy of the Declaration of Independence, Gettysburg Address, and the Emancipation Proclamation. Because I got this already.
Where is it? Oh, the Constitution?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, cool. I definitely want the Battleship New Jersey. I'm going to get that.
Oh, guys, I'll be right back. Gertie is begging to go outside. 1 second.
Did my 10,000 steps today.
Where'd you do it at?
Just walked around the neighborhood. Nothing fancy. I didn't go shopping today, so I kept it close to home. I like going shopping and doing my steps at the store.
What store you normally go to?
Either Walmart or Publix or Whole Foods.
There's a Kroger, H-E-B, Market Basket, and Walmart here.
I want to go to HEB. There's nothing in Florida.
There's all in Texas and northern Mexico. Next county over, there's Targets and the Sam's Club too.
There are HEBs in Florida. Let me see where. Must be limited.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, famous last words. I'm back.
Yeah. Well, I have Gertie with me. She's the great Pyrenees has been on here before.
Where is she?
I feel bad for her because
I want to see her.
oh, she's outside right now. She's outside barking at everything that moves. She's not letting the house hardly ever. And so I feel really bad for her, and I knew what the temperatures were going to be last night. And so
Guardian dog, though.
What's that?
She's a guardian dog.
She is.
She should be able to handle that weather.
I know, but -5, that just seems too cold for me.
Enzo's territorial inside the house.
Oh my gosh. She hears the slightest noise. She is like loud about it. But anyway, I just rather than arguing with my sister about how the dog shouldn't be outside, I just said, you know what? I think Gertie's telling me she wants to come home with me tonight.
Well, why is she there?
Huh?
Why is she there?
Why is she where?
With you.
Oh, I don't want her in the cold.
No, why is Gertie being watched by you?
Oh, I just wanted her here.
That's cool. Give Enzo some company.
Yeah, I mean she's a really good dog. She's completely very clingy to me when I'm here.
Okay,
so,
just don't end up with another dog. That's all I'm saying.
Well, her and Enzo are complete buttheads to each other.
That's funny.
Just like Max and Enzo.
Yeah, in fact, oh shoot, where do I have it? Oh, yeah, I do have it. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Here, go to Facebook, go to my conversations. Let's see if I can pull this up.
Oh, I went for a blood test this weekend.
All right, how'd that go, John?
Ouch. The technician wasn't very good.
Okay, so keep in mind, Gertie's huge. And
I know she's a big white poof ball. I've not seen them.
So she could sit on anywhere in the truck, and I've got 3 seats back there for 3 adults. It's pretty big. She always sits right in the middle, just so Enzo doesn't have enough room. And when Enzo complains, they growl at each other. And here's the proof of what she does. I put her in the truck last night, and look where she sat.
Oh my. She's pretty.
Yeah, she was just like, yeah, I ain't having it. He don't get no rest.
She looks spoiled rotten.
I can't wait to get another dog. I'm dying for it.
What kind of dog you getting again?
Still gonna get a beagle.
A beagle.
Sticking with what I know.
You gonna be more vigilant about snakes this time?
It was dark. We couldn't see.
Yeah. Well, John, I am sorry for your loss, and I hope that you're able to get another animal that you click with like you did Rue.
We'll see. We're just going to take time. I'm going to heal first, and then I'll worry about it. I'm not over it yet.
No, and I wouldn't expect you to be, man. I imagine it's going to take a while to get to the point where you're comfortable again having another one.
I'm comfortable having one right now. If there was one that was offered, depending on the type of dog and if the situation, like if someone was to ask me if I wanted a lemon beagle, I would say yes.
Okay. Do you mind me asking, is your mom still thinking about moving?
No,
No?
because she needs both of us, me and Andrew.
Okay.
I want some KFC right now.
I'd like some Beto's right now, but I ain't driving 45 minutes to get it, though.
You need an electric. At least with Trump in office, you'll have cheaper gas. Where is everybody? Why is there no one in chat tonight?
I don't know. It's kind of dead tonight, but that's okay. We just can enjoy each other's company on here, and if someone wants to join us, they can enjoy it too.
I shared the stream.
What's that?
I already shared the stream.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let me share it to Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Steve, Rancor Steve called me last night, and we talked for a little bit.
How's he go? What's he up to?
Oh, he was just on his way home from work, and he was telling me about, how his day went. And nothing big, just I think he was trying to I don't want to give away his location or anything.
Yeah, no.
Because I know he's sensitive about that. But
no need to.
I know the area. I know very well where he lives because let's just say I've lived there before.
Cool.
So, I mean, he shared with me the details. I'm just not going to share it here.
So I know those details because it's just personal.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's a long drive. And so when he was, when he called me to talk, I think he just kind of wanted to fill the air a little bit and pass the time while he was driving, which is totally cool with me. I have no problems with being there for people like that. And knowing that I've got a lot of respect for Steve. I think Steve's a really good person.
He's funny.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm missing. The set is missing one of these. Oh no, it's not. I don't know how to build. Let me go over here and steal it. Well, I'm not really stealing it. I'm putting. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, where you going for the rest of the week?
Oh, I'm going to see Alcia. My granddaughter. I finally got her her dad to quit being a pill. I'll just say that. And he's agreed to let me see her. And so I'm not going to be gone very long. I'm flying out on Wednesday, and I'm coming back Saturday. It's going to be a very short
What about Anais?
She's all the way in North Carolina, and I have never met his parents. So, and that's who she's staying with is his parents because he's not very responsible, and he's not taking care of his daughter. His mom and dad are.
Oh, lovely.
And so and also, I'm not trying to be mean, but there's a language barrier there because they are from Puerto Rico, first generation. The parents are, and they don't speak English, and so it'd be very hard for me to set up something to go see her. So I'm not going to see her this time.
Well, I hope she's being taught correctly because it sounds like she's going to learn their culture, not American culture, if you know what I mean.
I hope she learns both, to be honest, but
I don't think they'll take the time to teach her.
No, but my daughter does a really good job of making sure that she knows. So I think in the end it'll be okay. They're only going to have her a few months. And then when my daughter's out of, when she graduates, she'll have her kids back. And so it won't be a terribly long time. And you know something? I heard some jokes that I cannot tell on YouTube, and it really bites because I want to tell you guys some jokes that would definitely get me thrown off the platform. So maybe I'll have to just text it to you guys after the show. Okay.
Oh,
We're on back 3.
Cool. My friend decided to not do DC. He wants to go back to that Star Trek thing. So we may very well be doing that Star Trek set tour.
Okay. So, yeah, because I remember you said you were going to go, and then something happened with Shatner. He can't be there or something.
Yeah, I don't know what package he wants to do. I told him, look, I'm okay with doing a cheaper package. We don't need to spend $1,500 on that. I'd rather save the money for the flight. Or the hotel.
Well, that's cool, man. So you kind of like to do the same thing I do with train shows. Just, hang out with people that have a similar interest. And
Well, don't forget, I used to go to trade shows with my dad.
Yeah.
I used to love watching him haggle.
So what if I flew out to Florida, John?
First thing we would do is go to Kennedy Space Center.
Actually, I would love to do that.
And go pet some alligators too.
Oh, they're out there for sure.
Well, I thought they were called swamp puppies.
Or swamp puppies.
I don't know why people do that.
They're not pets.
Well, what? Okay, here's my fear. Now, maybe my fears are unfounded, and it could be, but I would fear doing what some people have done on videos, where like they open their back door to their house and they feed an alligator a whole entire chicken. Like,
Don't.
Because they get used to it and become a nuisance alligator, and they gotta be killed.
Yeah, and that's my fear. I don't want them associating me with food.
Humans in general, not just you.
They're called like rodent controllers.
Well, okay. I'll admit I'm not from that area, so I'm not 100% on this. But what do they typically eat?
Anything and anything.
Yeah, turtles, fish, other living things. Anything and you name it. I mean, once they get their you watch a guy called Gator Chris. He goes into a lot of what the gator's mentality is.
Okay.
He's like a conservationist of alligators. He has a rescue. And he's here in Florida.
So wrestling alligators, huh? No, I'm just kidding.
No, a rescue.
No. I'm making fun of Joe Dirt when they had that alligator thing, and he was wrestling the alligator, and supposedly it bit him in the head. I don't know if you remember that.
He says to us in thousands of videos that I've watched of his, they do not love humans. Not the same emotions. They recognize the voices of the humans, but don't mistake enough for love. They'll turn, if you be stupid around them, they'll still eat you.
Oh yeah.
Even though they know your voice.
Have you watched The Crocodile Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Them guys are crazy, man. Have you guys ever watched that series Naked and Afraid?
Bits
No.
of that never interested me.
Okay, I mean, I personally don't like ever watch it on my own, But when I'm at my sister's house, that's what her and her husband love that show. And so I've seen a few episodes, and I watched this one episode where there was this guy from Texas, and he just like he brought a knife with him on his because you're allowed to bring one item or something like that, and he brought a big old hunting knife, and this girl that he was with on the show, like they're just walking along this like I don't know, this little pond, and all of a sudden the guy goes shh, and then he like jumps in the water, just randomly jumps in the water and freaking kills. It comes back up with a freaking alligator, and I was like, dude, you are freaking crazy.
Oh, that's a knife.
Yeah, exactly. Crocodile Dundee.
Mm.
Yeah. You're not going to see me jumping in the water after alligators. I think I'm good right here on land.
Mm.
All right. Well, we're on bag number 3 tonight. I don't know how far we're going to get because one thing's for sure, we need to get far because I just am not going to have the time to do these live streams like I used to. In fact, I'll be at work during this time of day. I'll start the job at 4 o'clock, and it's about 5:45 here. So,
Not tomorrow.
well, yeah, not tomorrow. It'll be a week from tomorrow. That's when I start. We will do a live stream tomorrow where I'm going to continue building this. We'll do one Tuesday because I'll continue building this. And then Wednesday, of course, I'm going to be on the airplane, so I can't do a live stream.
Airplane, yeah, for your granddaughter.
Have you had jet lag before?
Yes, when we moved to Germany, yeah, because it's 8 hours difference than here.
I bet that was a pain to get over.
It took me about 3 or 4 days, where my days and nights were kind of not quite upside down, but close enough. How about you, Greg? You ever had jet lag?
The only time I've been on a plane is going to Utah and going to San Antonio.
Okay, so that's what? That's an hour difference for Utah. So not really.
Hour and a half or 2.
Yeah. Okay.
We stayed in Ogden.
Yeah, Ogden's I like Ogden. It's a pretty city. All right, we got the grand staircase. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a grand staircase, but we got the staircase done.
Think about going to DC in a few years.
Oh, okay. What? I mean, I've been to DC, but what's the draw for you to go there?
Smithsonian, National Archives, White House, U.S. Capitol.
Okay.
Be careful with the security. That's why we chose not to go.
Well, security where?
All over DC with the drone attacks.
I said in a few years, so.
You mean after he's done?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, Greg. If you've never been, I would recommend going to the Spy Museum. The Spy Museum is, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's really cool. Another place that you might really like, that would be the Women's Museum. Not because necessarily you're into women's movements, but I went there with my wife, and they had some really cool stuff there. Do you remember the stupid thing that Lady Gaga did with wearing the steak dress?
No.
In one of her videos?
No.
Well, they have the steak dress. It's been sprayed down so it won't rot, but they have that on display. They've got some of Madonna's stuff on there. Anyways, it's a cool museum. If you're not into that thing, that's cool, but there's that. And then One of the Smithsonian's is kind of deceiving because when you go in the middle, how do I say this? You got the Washington National Monument, and I forget what they call it, National Mall, I think is what it's called, the big grass area in front of it.
The reflection.
The reflection.
Yeah. So when you go there, you've got the Smithsonian's that are like all around there. The Smithsonian Air and Space Museum is nowhere near that. It's actually near Dulles Airport, which is like 45 minutes away. But that is definitely worth a visit.
I'm going to go see the Enterprise. The filming model to the Starship is there.
Yeah, they do. They do have a space shuttle there.
No, I'm talking about the actual Starship Enterprise from the original Star Trek TV show is there.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that.
That's what we were going to do. We were going to do the Vietnam Memorial.
Now, I have seen the Vietnam Memorial, and it's a lot bigger than what you think it is.
I know where Arlington is. It's right behind the Lincoln Memorial.
Well, Mrs. Chip actually, when we first got to the DC area, her first assignment was Arlington National Cemetery, and she was the one that coordinated the funerals for 2 years while she was stationed there.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you guys know the story about how General Robert E. Lee, his estate is actually Arlington National Cemetery. His mansion still stands there. You can go visit it.
Have you been inside it?
What's that?
Have you been inside it?
I have not. I've only been to the lawn, and you can definitely see it because it's his mansion is like right on the hill, and it overlooks the whole cemetery. And basically, the story was during the Civil War, it was decided since he was the main general that they were going to bury the dead from the Union in his front yard.
They surrounded his house with it to make it unusable.
Yep, they did.
Where's Mount Vernon at?
Mount Vernon, buddy, you're in my backyard. That is about 20 minutes south of DC. And it pretty much borders Fort Belvoir, which is the base that we lived on for 7 years. Now that's a real neat visit. That's definitely worth your time.
I'll suggest that to my buddy one year. We're getting tired of doing all NASA stuff.
Well, there's nothing wrong with NASA stuff, but I can understand you wanting to branch out and experience other things.
I want to go to the Tallahassee, the Tallahassee Blue Angels Museum.
Oh, I didn't know there was. I thought that sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Dolly World.
That's probably one of the better theme parks out there. Better than Disney, better than any of them.
Universal.
Better than that. You get more value for your dollar with Dolly World than all the other ones.
Well, Mrs. Chip has talked about going to Dolly World for years, and well, we just never have. I've only been to Tennessee, I think, once because my sister needed her birth certificate in a hurry, and we lived in Ohio, and we were the closest one, so we were able to get it. But and I think the other time I went there was I basically drove through it twice because when Spencer went to move in with me, we drove all the way to North Carolina from here, and so we had to pass through. So anyway,
I would love to go to Bowling Green, Kentucky.
that is beautiful.
You know it's produced there.
I used to know what's produced there.
The Corvette.
Oh, yes. Well, if you look at your map and you look up Shelbyville, Kentucky, the home of Colonel Sanders, by the way. I used to live in Shelbyville, Kentucky. It's not terribly too far from Bowling Green. It's not around the corner or anything, but it's in the same ballpark.
The Louisville too.
I've been to Louisville, but never lived there.
Go to the abandoned sanatorium there.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something that's controversial. Louisville is one of those cities where the actual city limits, it's almost all trash. You have to go to the suburbs before it gets nice at all.
And I know where the baseball thing is.
Well, that's where the Louisville Slugger is made.
I'll look it up.
And the Louisville Slugger is they got a giant baseball bat on top of the building. I remember that.
It's in Cooperstown, New York.
Okay.
You know where that is, John?
I don't.
It's in Cooperstown.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Okay, just make sure I have everything. Okay, we got to flip this guy around. All right, so the foundation's coming through.
The best of the rock.
Huh?
You go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing I'm not liking about this already, and I'm just, maybe I'm opening my mouth too soon, but this doesn't look like a very big building for the amount of plate. I think they could have filled it out a little bit more.
Seems like the footprint is not big enough.
It's really not.
Have you been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I have not. How about you, John?
No, I haven't been. I have never been to the Midwest.
Well, I've been to Ohio many times. In fact, I love watching Jerry Springer because he's from Ohio. In fact, Jerry Springer used to be on the city council of Cincinnati. Now, here's a bit of trivia for y'all. Did you know that Cincinnati has a subway?
Really?
Yeah, it does. It's abandoned. They spent all this money building it, took out bonds and everything, just about bankrupted the city, and they never finished it. So there's never been a train on it. And if you know the city, and I do know the city very well because I lived in Cincinnati for a while, lived there for about 2 years. I can if we went there, I could show you where the stations were supposed to be. You just walk along the sidewalk, and all of a sudden there's these metal grates in the ground, and that's how you'd access it if you. And also, when you go along the freeway, I think it's 75. It might be 70. No, 71 goes on the east side of the city. So yeah, when you're on Interstate 75, there's a spot where the subways come out of the side of the mountain, or the hill, I should say, not mountain. They don't really have a mountain, but. So anyway, yeah, I've lived there, been there, and there are pictures of Cincinnati. In fact, here, let me see if I can pull that up. Cincinnati subway. Yes, there we go. Let's see if we can get some pictures here going. All right. Okay, let's see. Yes, I like to use DuckDuckGo, by the way, instead of Google. Yeah, so see, there's a abandoned subway, and here's an old station that never. See, that goes to the street level there, And if you know where they're at, here's what I was talking about. Comes out, just comes out the side of a hill right here. Now every time I've been there, them doors have been sealed shut, but I see that door's open. Yeah, here it is when it's closed. And this right here, it doesn't actually look that bad, the decay, but this is over 100 years old, so there's plenty of places where it does look like crap. So anyway, yeah, they built a subway system and just never finished it, and a train never ever ran on this at all. So anyway, it's interesting stuff. You can get tours of it. It's hard because they only do it once a year. And this is what happens when they don't finish the subway. They just do this.
Mm.
They brick it up.
Yep. So not sure if you guys knew about that, but
No.
Yeah, Subway has an abandoned subway system that never got used. I was never fortunate enough to get a tour of it, and that's because they do it on a lottery system, and they only let so many people, and there are so many people that want to see it that it's really hard to get in, and I never was lucky enough to get my name picked. And don't shoot me because they may not do a lottery system. Heck, they might not even do the what do you call it, the tours anymore. I mean, shoot, I lived there from 94 to 96. So, yeah, it's the information I have on it's quite old. Now, I know you guys may know this or may not know this, but what you call it, New York's got a bunch of subway stations that are abandoned now.
That's true.
That I'll believe that.
I mean, it's funny because if you're paying attention while you're on the subway still goes through many of the stations. It just doesn't stop anymore.
There's a channel that goes over that kind of stuff. A YouTube channel. Very interesting history.
Well, we have our first bit of greenery here. Right here and a little bit over here. We are on bag number 4.
That does seem kind of small. They should have made that 2 plates.
It is 2 plates. That's the problem. But they wasted all kinds of space, in my opinion.
And they should have made it 3 plates.
Yeah, I agree with you. In fact, there's a guy, I don't remember the name of his channel. He bought 2 of these and put them together and made a giant one. And I saw yet another guy buy 3 of them and do that.
I thought the SLS was kind of on the small side too.
It is.
That's why I didn't buy it.
That's kind of the drawback to Lego is that they're so focused on their profit margin that sometimes I think they skimp on things they shouldn't skimp on.
Well, they boast on their piece counts rather than the size of the model.
Yeah.
So I sometimes I'm like, I'm not interested in that. I would rather spend $250 on the New Jersey, which is a decent sized model. And any one of their ships are awesome models.
The only scale ship they nailed it on is the Jaws Orca.
I like the Jaws build. I thought that was pretty cool.
I wish the Jaws Orca was a little bit wider though.
Do you have that set, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you did, but I didn't. I don't pretend like I remember stuff. I mean, I'll be honest. At my age, I don't remember Jack. You know what?
Jack Doo-Doo.
Yes.
The Jack Daniels.
Well, I do remember that, but I need to forget that. I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't actually drink.
Neither do I. I used to experiment, but I gave that up because it just was too expensive. And I only like to learn about the tastes and the history behind the name brands.
You want to go to Jack Daniel's distillery?
I'd love to visit those things.
You know, I would go visit the distillery. Greg, distilleries. If you ever do go to Mount Washington, go down the street. It is literally on the main street to get to Mount Vernon. They also have, what's his name? George Washington's distillery. They call it a grist mill. And that you have to check the hours because that's not open all year round. It's really cool because Washington's estate was actually really huge, but they parted it out over time and sold it to developers. And so there's houses right up to his estate, and only a small bit of it still exists. But the distillery is right in the middle of a neighborhood, and it still exists. And you can visit it. And once a year, they sell a limited amount of alcohol they make from the distillery still. So anyway, a little fun little fact if you're interested in something like that.
Of course.
And that's something I've really been thinking about that lately. I want to make a bucket list of all the places I want to visit. And yeah.
I found the train excursion line that was restored.
Oh, really?
Not too far from me. It's called the Sugar Express.
Okay.
And it's Central Florida. And it's a history behind the Florida sugar production.
Now, if you like that kind of stuff, you might like the Heber Creeper, as it's called. It's an old rail line that goes through the mountains of near Provo Canyon in kind of in central Utah. And I've been on the Heber Creeper years ago. They don't do the train rides very often, but they still do them. And it's on a historic train. And anyway, it's a cool trip. And if you're ever out this way, it's definitely worth the stop to see it.
Well, if I ever visited you, that will be something we can do.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty to do around here, believe it or not. If you don't mind driving an hour and a half north, we can go visit an old Mormon polygamous town. It's been preserved.
I thought
Tours are
polygamy was
free.
outlawed.
What's that?
I thought polygamy was outlawed.
It is.
Someone should tell Elon Musk that.
No, it is outlawed. But the thing is, the town's been preserved and it's over 100 years old. Now, look, I don't care for the practice of polygamy. Although I have to say, if a man can handle more than one woman, he has my respect. But that's a whole nother story.
No comment. I reserve the right to remain silent on that one.
Well, I have to remain silent too after saying that. I can't go any further. But anyway, I mean, it's interesting because even though it's outlawed and everything, it is part of the history of this area. It did happen, and the buildings are interesting. Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
Is it a state historical site?
I don't know if it's privately owned. I don't know a lot about it. How I found out about it was this guy had a YouTube video that he went there. I think it's called Off-Road 801 is his channel. And he went there and did a video on it. And when I was watching the video, I was like, holy crap, that's only like an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes from me. It's not terribly that far.
No, Kennedy is 5 hours from me.
Florida is deceivingly larger than what it looks.
Yeah, because it's long and wide.
The Johnson's about 2 hours away from me.
What was that?
The Johnson Space Center.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mrs. Chip says she's on the phone with her dad.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Well, I will admit, Mrs. Chip's got herself a pretty cool dad. He's my father-in-law and I have always kept in touch, and
Uh,
he's a police officer, so I get a kick out of his stories that he tells me once in a while about things that happen.
You get along with him just fine.
I do actually. He's a pretty relaxed sort of guy, and what's really funny is you hear about his stories about how he is on the job, and then you see him at home, and it doesn't seem like you're talking to the same person, because he, on the job he's got to be different. It's got to be a bit of a I don't want to say a-hole, but he's got to be stern with people because people try to get away with stuff, and you just can't. I just sometimes just can't see him being a police officer, but I mean, shoot, he's been a police officer for over 30 years. So, I mean, he apparently does the job right, but. You broke up there. Well, doing this little tile work is tiring. But we're getting there. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys when I was going to mention this. When I was out in the shop today, it was 22 degrees outside. So it was cold when I was putting together this Mills plate here. However, I am happy to tell you that even with just 2 walls insulated and a little bit of a third wall insulated, it was 35 degrees in the shop. So the insulation, even though it's not like built up all the way yet, is indeed providing benefits. Makes me want to hurry up and get the other walls done now.
So what's for dinner tonight?
As much as I said I don't want to drive to Beto's, I'm kind of thinking about doing it.
They're open 24 hours?
No, but they're open till midnight, so close enough. What you gonna have for dinner, Greg?
I've already had dinner.
Okay. What'd you have?
Yeah, at least.
Okay. And how was it?
It was okay.
Okay, let's see. Following the directions on this is kind of difficult. Of course,
Hey, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna, how's it going? Of course, if you ask Mrs. Chip, I always have trouble following directions, but we don't need to discuss that here.
So,
all right. Well, I think we've got one more bag open. So I think we'll finish that. And I think we're going to call it a night for now. So here's what I hope to have happen. I hope that we get this. I hope we do another 6 bags tomorrow, Monday, another 6 bags on Tuesday. Then I'm going to be gone, but I'll be back on Sunday. And so I'm hoping that Sunday will be the final stream and we can just call this good and have it done. I don't know if you guys can hear Gertie. She's barking at something out there. Okay, let's see. Is that everything? Okay, it is. All right. Greg and Jeff, yes, and John is Here occasionally.
What's new with you, Shauna?
I'll tell you what. I hope Shauna doesn't mind me sharing this, but she's a bus driver, and I love hearing her stories. Once in a while, she'll get somebody that's just completely out of their mind on the bus, and I love hearing those stories.
Oh my God. Mm.
Kind of reminds me of the Weird Al song, "Another One Rides the Bus."
Mm.
Hello, Miss Shauna. Long time no see.
Yep, it's Shanna.
It says Shauna.
It's Shanna. Shanna.
Yeah, I've known Shauna, probably as long as I've known John, really.
Well, we all met on the same gaming platform.
Yeah, John actually introduced me to Shauna, though. Because, yeah, we used to play the same game together. And anyway, they played on a different domain world than I did. But then I had 2 accounts on the same domain John did. And I wasn't really playing the second one. So I handed that over to Shauna. And she ended up, playing on the same world we did, and that's how I kind of met her. All right.
What do you think about that meme I sent you earlier today?
I can't remember which one. Did you send me the one with the fire truck or the word of the day? Which one?
The word of the day.
That was pretty good, but I have to be careful about sharing that kind of stuff on here. There's a big time YouTuber that I watch here in Utah, and he had some advertisers drop his channel because he shared his political beliefs. And I'm afraid that even though I don't have any sponsors or anything yet, I don't want to make that. I don't want to make that any more difficult for myself than what it's going to be. So I try to stay away from that. But privately, we can talk about that all day long.
There's 4 hours and 45 minutes left of this administration.
Yeah.
Not until he puts his hand on the Bible and swears it in.
Tomorrow's more of a transitional day.
I'm just hoping nothing goes wrong. I
heard the weather's supposed to be bad too.
Yeah, they said something about moving it indoors. I don't know if they're actually going to, but they said they were.
Yeah. There's other threats involved, and then moving it indoors.
Yeah.
People are sick.
They truly are. I mean, there's no reason. There's no reason for violence, man.
These people need to get massive re-education.
Well, I mean, if we solved everything by violence, nothing would be solved. So I just wish people would take a time out and just realize that, hey, I may not like it, but it doesn't mean that violence is justified.
No, in the modern age, it shouldn't be justified.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What's that?
GTA 6 is going to be $100.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's the problem. That's why I don't game.
That sounds a little pricey, but okay.
That's why I don't game, because they're jacking up the prices every couple of decades. And I'm like, games used to be only $25 to $30 when I first started gaming. I'm like, I'm not giving them money. Sorry, no.
Well, what's funny, I mean, great. I agree with you, John, but we all know that people are going to pay it though.
It's
And
stupid.
that's what's sad. Is like, isn't there better things to put your money into? I think so, but I mean,
Let's try to sleep good tonight.
So is tomorrow just a regular work day for you, John?
Yeah, nothing special happening. I didn't expect to have off. We're right in the middle of busy season for heaters.
Okay.
Is the weather going to be bad in Florida?
Cold. That's about it. But it's nice now. We've been getting cold fronts from Texas. Texas sends us our weather, depending on the pattern.
Well, see, I don't know. I'll probably get in trouble for this on YouTube, but they're calling it the polar vortex, right?
That's the politically correct term. I just say it's winter.
Oh, well, my dad calls it the bipolar vortex. He says that because it's warm for a couple days, and then it gets really cold, then it goes back to being warm. So he calls it the bipolar vortex. And that's not meant to disrespect anybody who's got that condition. I mean, what the heck? But it is funny, in my opinion.
And now that I got through that difficult part on the F-35, I'll continue tomorrow and try to finish it this week.
Okay.
Then
I'd
I'll
love
do-
to see.
then
I'd
I'll
love
do-
to see that thing finished.
Absolutely. Then I'll do the International Space Station, and then swing back for my F-22 and get those done.
Okay. Well, we got a little bit left, maybe about 100 pieces here to this bag. Yeah, I'm a little tired today.
Me too.
I drove 400 miles yesterday, actually a little over 400 miles.
You sound like my truck driver friend.
Oh, it's not fun driving that long, but the trip was fun.
You can drive up to 700 miles.
You going to take some ZQL and go to bed?
No, I don't need anything. If I laid down right now, I could just go to sleep.
With Enzo up you?
Gertie will not help me. I'll tell you that. That dog don't shut up.
You're not going to leave him outside at night, are you?
Oh, heck no. No, that's too mean. It's supposed to get down to -5 tonight, too. I mean, look, I know they can probably handle it, but there's no need. I've got a warm house. I don't mind them being in, so just let them in.
Ever watch a husky in the snow? It's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing to watch. They just bury themselves in snow and just stay there.
Does that feel good to them or something?
Yes. They're sled dogs.
Yeah.
Have you watched the Iditarod dog racing before?
No.
No. Well, I mean, I know what it is, but no, I've never watched it. Sorry, yawning. I told you I was tired.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow and to get some more of this done. I'm actually kind of excited because I mean, I know I don't have this part of my city built yet out there in the shop, but this is definitely one that's going to go on my city. And I don't think I'll have the money to buy a second one, but if I do have money for a second or third, I will definitely modify it and make the footprint bigger and just make it, better than it is. And I'm not saying it's a bad set.
Will that run you $200?
Yeah, it's $325.
For that kind of money, they could have made the damn thing bigger. That's more money than the space. That's less.
It is. But I'll tell you what, I've been really feeling blessed lately because my Bricklink sale slowed down after Christmas. But oh my gosh, this last weekend while I was gone, oh man, I got like 10 orders yesterday.
Nice.
Got a few more today. So
nice. What's your hottest thing that's most frequently sold?
Well, believe it or not, throughout all of Bricklink, the number one item is the black Technic pin, and I'm trying to see if I have one. Yeah, I do. I've got one right here.
And I was trying to be careful of how I said that.
This right here, this little pin right here is the most sold item on Bricklink.
Really? Why?
They're so universal. You can use them for just about. There's so many projects you can use them for.
It's a utility piece.
Pretty much, and they only sell for. If I remember right, they sell for like $0.015 is the price. So they're cheap too. And I mean, I've literally when I've been selling, I've had people. One guy order 6,000 of them from me at once.
How do you manage to buy them?
Oh, I just get sets and I butcher them, Frankenstein them.
What do you do with the stickers and
good
the
investment then?
what do you do with the stickers and the instruction books?
The stickers I sell. The instruction books I used to sell, but over the last couple of years, I just realized that the sticker or the instruction books don't sell that well. They're heavy, so they're always over £1, and they cost much. So I don't typically sell the instructions anymore. I just if it's a more popular set, like a modular, I'll go ahead and put it on there. But the smaller sets, I just throw them away. Stickers sell really well, actually. People love stickers.
They sound like children. Here, you want a sticker?
I'd be more afraid of somebody driving a white van with no windows saying free Lego. That's how I'll die.
Or some parts get messed up of you.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so we have bags 1 through 6 done, and we're sitting here at 1 hour and 22 minutes. So we will end it here.
Oh, you got 35 minutes to go.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm too tired. So tomorrow night, we'll go ahead and resume this. And then again on Tuesday, we'll do some more. I think there was 26 bags to this one, if I remember right. So anyway, we got a ways to go, but we'll finish it up. And then Sunday, when I come back, that'll be the last stream, and we will 29 bags. Excuse me. Wow, there's a lot. So if we did 6 per stream, that gets to 18. So the last stream is going to be longer, a week from today. But we're going to finish it because once I start work, I can't do these later streams because I start work at 4 p.m. and it's already 6:30 here. So I would not be able to do this right now. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks, John. Thanks, Greg. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Visit my store. There's a link in the description. All right, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
All right, bye.